We are back. Welcome back to day 128. Oh, let's turn the music down. Shut up, Dario. I'm hyping this up. All right, guys. We got Opus 4.6 on the way today. Let's go. W's in the chat. Who's ready for the new model? All right, let's turn the music down a little bit. What's up, guys? Welcome back to day 128. Super excited today because we actually have a leak. So on good accord, it looks like Opus 4.6 is coming today. It's in the Perplexity API. There's been a leak. So we have on good authority to say that we should be expecting Opus 4.6 today. Some people are saying we could potentially be getting Sonnet 5 as well. So we'll see. But today we are on Opus 4.6 watch. But welcome back, everybody in the chat. How's it going, guys? Shout out to Super Combo Gamer. Shout out to Batakura. Shout out to Razek. Shout out to Trip. You guys were first. Shout out to Living Room PC. Let's go. Today's going to be a good one. We're working on a few things today. So we're working on BridgeSpace presets. So as you guys know, we are working on an ADE, an agent development environment, and we are building out presets where I'll just be able to like click a button and it launches like, 10 agents at once where I don't have to like keep on like creating custom workflows and stuff. It'll just be like a nice feature that we're going to build. We're also moving BridgeVoice even closer to production. Also for Windows, we need to set that up. But today's going to be a big one because we are on Opus 4.6 watch. Pretty much as soon as this model drops, we're going to be testing it and implementing it into our workflow. So I'm going to do this stream. We'll see like basically when this drops. Usually they drop like around 12, 1, or even 2. So we'll give it some time today. But in the meantime, let's move the desk down and let's get to grinding, guys. Let's make progress today. Let's go. Somebody said, why? Okay. So, yeah, so this is, okay, wait, give me 1 second. I'm going to do a couple things on my end to get the stream started. So, all right, let's move this over here. Give me 1 second, guys, and we'll get this going. I'm going to let everybody know that I'm live, and then we'll get started. But, yes, today's going to be a pretty big day because, as you guys know, this is a big model. We'll take a look at some of the coding benchmarks. Let's pull this up real quick. But let's take a look at this just real quickly. Let's go over here. Opus 4.5 benchmarks. And I'm using BridgeVoice now. You can see up here, this is BridgeVoice. So introducing Opus 4.5. Let's look at the benchmarks real quick for Opus 4.5. So this is the most important benchmark that I personally look at. And you can see the significant improvement from Opus 4.1 to Opus 4.5, okay? Do you see this? From 74.5% to 80.9%. This is why Opus 4.5 was such a big deal. And it's because, like, that jump, okay, oops, sorry about that. The jump was significant. It wasn't some small jump where it was like, oh, we made it to, 78 on the benchmarks. No, they made a massive jump from Opus 4.1 to Opus 4.5. So I don't know if we can expect that again. What was the Opus 4 benchmarks? Does anybody know? Let's see Opus 4 benchmarks. Let's do Opus 4.0 benchmarks. I don't know what it was. Interesting, Claude 4 is Opus on this. Hold on. Okay, Opus 4. Okay, so check this out. So, yeah, so on SweetBench Verified, Opus 4 was 72.5%. So, usually with about every iteration, they're going to improve. I mean, you can look at Opus 4. From Opus 4 to Opus 4.1, look at this number here, 72.5%. They were able to improve it to, what is it? Let's check. It was what, like 77, right? So, they improved it like 5%. So, I don't know if we'll get, I guess like 3, so about 2%. 2% on a 0.1 integration. So, I mean, we could project that, hey, today we could expect maybe like 83% on the benchmarks. I mean, we'll see what we end up getting, but definitely interested. Backstory said, I think it will be a smaller jump in Opus 4.5 to 4.6. 4.6 to 5 will be bigger. I totally agree, man. Yeah, but definitely like important to know, like, hey, these are the benchmarks. We're going to want to follow these closely. Let me ping the Discord and let everybody know that we're live, and then we'll get started. Also, we did just hit 40,000 subscribers, so thank you guys to everybody. That's huge. All right, we are on Opus 4.6 watch, so yeah, so this is important. Let's see what chat's saying. Yeah, DSAD, Drew said, congrats on the 40K subs. Thank you, man, I appreciate it. Somebody said, let me test BridgeVoice for you on Windows. Well, I have to create a package to install, so that's actually one thing that we're going to be working on. So let's go over here to NPM. So these are all of our environments. Let's launch BridgeSpace real quick. So here's BridgeSpace. I do need to, hold on, let's cancel this and log back in. But with BridgeSpace, I'm very, very excited about this project because this is basically going to completely, it's going to overlap. It's going to take over our need for Warp. And we're basically going to make we're going to build an improvement on top of Warp, and we're going to build this into the BridgeMind ecosystem. So very excited to have this launch. Let's open this up. But yesterday we were using this, and it's coming along pretty well. Let's move BridgeVoice out of the way. There is one issue that we're having on BridgeVoice. You guys see that where I move it and it starts recording? A little bit annoying. 78 said, what is the best free AI coding agent? Definitely OpenCode. There's a lot of free models over there. So even like right now, I can CD over to desktop and then CD BridgeMind and then just do OpenCode real quick. But check this out. Yeah, like on OpenCode, you have access to a lot of free models. So for example, GLM 4.7 is free. So if you do models real quick, let's look at the free models that they have. So GLM 4.7, Grok Code Fast 1, and Minimax M2.1, which are all pretty decent models. So if you want to access them for free, you know, you have that ability to there. You know, there are some limitations to those and some rate limiting. So let's see here. Where's the fastest growing? Haven't said that in a minute. Yeah, well, BridgeMind is the fastest growing vibe coding community. It's pretty much just apparent at this point. You know, it's there. You know, we're up to 4,800 members on the Discord. All right. All right, let's get a couple agents launched. Let's go back over to Warp real quick, and because we need to actually work on BridgeSpace. I want you to review the BridgeVoice project and identify the following bug. So when I'm moving the pill around the screen and then I release it, it starts recording, and I need to fix that. There needs to be a way for me to be able to move this pill around without it starting to record. Maybe make it so that I have to double click on it to make it start recording. First, review the functionality related to this and identify and diagnose what the issue is here, and then create a structured plan on what code needs to be updated and how to be able to get this working respectively. Somebody said, can you explain what you are making? First time seeing your channel. Yes, so we're building a suite of vibe coding projects, of vibe coding tools. You can actually go check it out at bridgemind.ai. We're building a voice-to-text agent, which you see right here. We're also building what you just saw a second ago, which is BridgeSpace, which is an ADE, an agentic development environment. So you have the ability to manage projects, you have agents, you have tasks, you have prompts, and we'll get more into that once we actually have the ability to start building it and getting deeper into development. Are you using BridgeVoice? Yes, you can see I'm using it right now. All right, let me do a couple things. So, all right, so Ed, let's see here. All right, at 300 likes, I'm gonna call Dario and tell him to launch Opus 4.6. So, you know, if you guys haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. I'll give him a ring, and make sure that we get this launched. But if you guys haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. All right, let me pull this up. But yeah, this is definitely the benchmarks. The most important benchmark for us is most certainly the SWE benchmark. So, like, hey, when we do get Opus 4.6 or whatever ends up releasing today, I do believe that it's going to be Opus 4.6. But I mean, we could be looking at a 2% improvement here. I'm interested to see how much it costs, as well as the model iteration. So we'll see. Yeah, 40,000 subs is huge. Somebody said, where is Sonnet 5 already? I seriously can't wait anymore. Yeah, that's what a lot. I don't know if Sonnet 5 is going to come today. We'll see. All right, guys, I just started to pull. But yeah, so this is, I mean, Opus 4.5, 11/1/2025. You know, this is the model that definitely put a lot of people onto vibe coding. Okay, this is actually a really good view for us. So when Opus 4.5 came out, here was the existing frontier, right? You had Gemini 3 Pro. It's and I look at this one, the SWE Bench Verified. That's like the main. That's the main benchmark that we should be looking at. And you can see why it was such a great model. I mean, it was just the improvement on this model. The jump was absolutely incredible. It destroyed GPT 5.1. It destroyed Gemini 3 Pro. They even destroyed Opus 4.1. The question is, can they do that again? Or are they going to release like some small improvement? We'll see. Somebody asked, how can I learn vibe coding from scratch? The best way to learn vibe coding is just start building. That really is the best way. I want you to evaluate the BridgeMind Electron application, and I want you to rename this and rename the folder and its branding so that it's changed from, I just want to rename this. Right now it's a BridgeMind Electron to BridgeSpace. I'm going to do that real quick. I want you to review the BridgeMind Electron application, and I want you to launch 5 agents that will work together to build the following feature. I want to build in the ability for users to open up workspaces with particular preset templates. So for example, when a user is creating a new workspace, I want them to be able to select between different templates. So these templates should offer, for example, 8 terminal windows, 10 terminal windows, 6 terminal windows, 4 terminal windows, 2 terminal windows, and when they open it up with that specific template, it should be able to respectively open up a workspace with that many terminal environments that are evenly split, review the project, and identify how we could build this functionality. Do not write any code, just build a structured plan first. Okay, Claude Code or Codex and Y. So that is constantly going to be changing. And this is BridgeVoice that I just used for that prompt. So BridgeVoice is working really well. We just need to get it deployed to production. That's going to be the hardest thing for me to do. Veershaw said, so is Sonnet 5 coming or Opus 4.6? I think it's going to be Opus 4.6. We'll see. The biggest thing that you guys should be aware of, and that's the thing, is like right now, the biggest goal on the list today is we are on Opus 4.6 watch. So people are kind of like joking around on X because people are saying like, basically Dario is, deciding between Sonnet 5 or Opus 4.6. But I mean, we could potentially get both, who knows? But this is what we're seeing today. So I want to go to the post that I made on X. So it's this here. So Claude Opus 4.6 just showed up in Perplexity's API. The label for it is Claude Opus 4.6. The description is Anthropic's most advanced model. And then right below it, Claude Opus 4.6 Thinking. So there's 2 models, Claude Opus 4.6 and Claude Opus 4.6 Thinking. Definitely take note of this because this is going to be, we're on Opus 4.6 watch today. As soon as that releases, I mean, once we get to 300 likes, I am going to give Dario a call. So I'll tell him to release the model. But if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Right now, we've got 193 people watching and only 44 likes. So if you guys haven't already liked the stream, it actually helps out a lot. So I know that a lot of you guys pretty much stay tuned in every day. But if you guys watch the streams, the best way that you can support me is just to like. It actually boosts. It helps a lot. So why do you not use the BMAD method for scaffolding your build and running through a consistent flow for each feature, creating comprehensive docs as you build for reference? I find that sometimes like the BMAD method can be a little bit overkill. Especially as the models get smarter, they're going to become more intuitive, and sometimes the better like process is to build and then iterate rather than putting in a significant amount of time to creating like the perfect prompt. Like sometimes it's better to just throw what you say at it and then let it do its thing, let the model work, because I think that that's probably where the future is headed, just because the models are going to continue to get smarter, right? So we'll see. Only time will tell. But okay, also one issue that may happen here is that because it's changing the file references, this could change. This could mess up. Actually, I do want to stop this real quick. I just interrupted that prompt, which I just wasted a bunch of tokens. But I did want to change this because I need to change the app identity. Who's Dario? Dario is the CEO of Anthropic. All right. All right, update JSX. Yes, I want you to implement these changes. And yes, that is BridgeVoice. So, in my opinion, it's like, hey, text-to-speech is kind of a little bit of a commodity, right? And this is something interesting. Like, there's a ton of different videos that CNBC is putting out where they're talking about how the software industry or the SaaS industry is like getting hit hard. Investors are basically panicking because they're realizing that AI can now like build a bunch of software, right? And there's going to be a ton of competition now because, hey, pretty much now, instead of people having to use Whisperflow, they can potentially just build their own very quickly, right? Like that's kind of the premise of it, right? So I think that, what's interesting, the perspective that I have on that is marketing is going to could become particularly like more and more important. We'll see how it ends up, but it's just like an interesting concept. No, somebody asked, is that clickbait? No, the revenue is accurate. I've been doing this for 128 days. The revenue is particularly accurate. The integrity of the mission is protected in that. I think it was interesting. Like I show you guys that podcast and it was interesting because like people were, you know, this mission has gotten much larger, and there's a lot of people that are like talking. I saw people on a podcast that were basically talking about it, and they were like, they're basically saying that that was a good strategy. I just thought it was interesting. Okay, I want you to run npm install and make sure that this is ready to go. Okay. We are not working on View Creator today. WDan said Codex App Server plus Frontier plus Codex Desktop shipping wars. Yeah. Well, we are supposed to get Opus 4.6. I mean, I don't know about WDan. Are you using anything related to OpenAI or ChatGPT? Somebody asked, is the BridgeVoice available? Not yet. We're gonna try and ship it this week. The biggest thing with BridgeVoice and the hardest part that I actually like need to learn and figure out is like I've never shipped a macOS application before, or a Windows application before. So the biggest thing for us to figure out is like, okay, what does it actually take for us to get that built correctly, right? That's gonna be the hardest thing. So we'll see. Somebody said best local LLM for coding, VRAM 16 gigabytes. I feel like WDan would be able to answer that, but I'm pretty sure is it like yeah, I'm not sure about that. All right. So let's see, this over here is now changed. I think it's this one here, right? LS. Okay, it is this. Okay, CD BridgeSpace. So this is now BridgeSpace. Are we in BridgeSpace? LS. Okay, perfect. All right, CD. Okay, npm run start here. So we did just kind of rebrand this. I do like that name, BridgeSpace. And yeah, all right, we're good. BridgeSpace. Perfect. All right, so now that that's launched, we can now launch this prompt. It was this one here. So what I want to do is, oh, did I lose my prompt? Like, I don't think I lost my prompt. Okay, it's right here. Okay, perfect. So this one is, I am talking, okay, I actually probably want to start a fresh Claude instance because that other one's, it's going to hallucinate because it did have some context there. Okay, so let's paste this back in. Ooh. That's not good. Okay, so one good thing about BridgeSpace is that it will save your prompts. So right here, it's this one here. So let's do this. And I just copied it, and now I paste it in. And now I'm going to @ BridgeSpace, and it's going to be able to take that in. It's going to be able to work on it, right? So BridgeSpace, and that's going to launch like 5 sub-agents to be able to work on that. So WDan said that the best one on a 16 gigabyte VRAM is probably a MOE like Quinn 330. A3B. Yeah, I did say BridgeMind. Yeah, I saw that. We do need to integrate some type of dictionary for that. Okay, interesting. Okay, WDan just dropped the link. Let's open this up. So, okay, check this out. So WDan said that this was just shipped by OpenAI. So Codex App Server, embed Codex into your project with the App Server protocol. Codex App Server is the interface Codex uses to power rich clients, for example, the Codex VS Code extension. Use it when you want a deep integration inside your own product, authentication, conversation history, approvals, and streamed agent events. The App Server implementation is open source in the Codex GitHub repository. Okay, so what does this do? So protocol, like MCP, Codex App Server supports bidirectional communication and streams JSON-L over SDDIO. The protocol is JSON RPC 2.0, but it omits the JSON RPC 2.0 header. That's interesting. Wait, this isn't new though, is it? Because they're using GPT 5.1 Codex as an example. When did this come out? Is there a date on it? Or is this new, WDan? So Slindic said, why should we use your vibe coding app instead of Claude? So this isn't necessarily like competing with Claude in any way, shape, or form. You know, this is like more so competing with like, I mean, we're building a vibe coding suite, right? So it's a little bit different of like, oh, we're competing, we're building an entire ecosystem for vibe coding, okay? And this is what it looks like. We have our voice to text tool, and it does look like if I double click now, yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't like the styling of this though. This is like, the styling in this view just doesn't look that good. I am not that big of a fan of the styling when it's in this view. For example, when I double click on it and it's recording, this just doesn't look very modern or professional. Would you review the styling with it and improve it so it's a little bit more compact, professional, and sleek and modern? Okay. So he said, what model is BridgeVoice using? It's so fast. Yeah, so this was using Whisper CPP, so this is incredibly fast. You know, and you guys will be able to get to use this very soon. My goal is to ship it like potentially like in the next week. So I mean, technically the goal is by March 1st, 2026, we want to ship like most of the products in this vibe coding suite. So we have BridgeVoice launched and BridgeSpace launched. So I'm honestly most excited about BridgeSpace. I think that's going to be the coolest thing because like one thing that we're going to be doing here, this agent here is actually working on the ability for us to be able to launch pre-built workspaces. So I'm really excited about that because basically what I'm going to be able to do, what I'm envisioning, and I'll show it to you guys here in a second in BridgeSpace, but like we'll be able to open up a new workspace, right? And rather than me even having to like, you know, do Control D and launch all these like terminal windows and like adjust them, we're just gonna have presets, right? So we could actually have presets where it's like, okay, do you want to build like a Codex workspace? Do you want to build a Claude workspace? What do you want to do? You copied wrong prompt. Hello, what prompt? I copied the wrong prompt. I don't think I did I? Oh, all right. All right, shout out to Abhinav for catching that. Oh my gosh, chat. Abhinav is the GOAT. Okay, so yeah, I actually copied the wrong prompt by accident. So let's see here. Wait, I thought that was the right prompt though. Okay, that was yesterday. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Why is our recent activity not? Do I need to refresh this? Okay, hold on. That's weird. Okay, I had to refresh it. Okay, so here it is from today. Okay, there we go. Okay, shout out to Abhinav. You just saved us a bunch of time. Appreciate you, man. And then let's add BridgeSpace. Yeah, I accidentally put in the wrong prompt, so we just fixed that. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. This is a new release with Codex Desktop, super deep integration with Codex ecosystem. We have some text-to-app use cases, and this is a contender. Wow, text-to-app use cases. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I want you to review... Oh, wow. Okay, so this actually did just get a pretty substantial improvement. So, let's see this. So this is like... I mean, what do you guys like more? So do you see this little toggle here? So I kind of like the branding where it says BridgeVoice. I just think it's cool. But one thing that I would like your guys' opinions on, chat, is do you guys see this right here? This little... I don't think that this should be a thing. Do you see how it has this, whatever, the collapse button? Compact, expand, compact. That's taking up, like, a lot of real estate. So my question for you guys is, like, maybe we should have it where I can right-click on it. Okay. What do you guys think about that? I don't like how there is that collapse and expand button. I want you to update this so that no longer exists. Instead, allow users to be able to right-click on the pill, and that will show different options like collapsing or opening up the BridgeVoice window. But I want that button removed because it's taking up precious real estate. Okay, so let's go. Oh my gosh, it's so sick. And you know, here's the thing is that you know, I think that like people, whenever you start out on a project, like the biggest thing is vision, right? So like you have to have the vision of, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to accomplish. But another big thing that you want to be mindful of is staying power. Like ultimately, if you're trying to do something, if you want to be successful, it really comes down to staying power. You know, if you lined up like a group, 10 people, right? And all 10 people had the same characteristics, right? Like they were smart, they knew how to code, they, let's just say like they had some really high quality characteristics like that, right? Well, honestly, it would come down to which person in that lineup has staying power to be able to persevere through difficult circumstances. You know, I was actually thinking about this a little bit because, you know, I just passed, it's been 6 months since I started officially streaming. The first time that I started streaming was on August 2nd. So it's been 6 months since I actually started streaming. Okay, that does look a lot better. Yeah, BridgeVoice, that looks much better. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that looks really good. I want you to now fix... I don't like how the styling has this weird blue shadow when I'm speaking. Would you review the screenshot and notice how it has that blue shadow that's outside the pill? I just want it to be the pill. On the pill, give it a nice white border. Or no, let's make it a blue border. Blue border that will go with the theme of BridgeMind. Can I get a screenshot of that? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, so I just got a screenshot of this like weird effect that it has, and I'm just gonna delete that a little bit. Okay. There we go. Let's drop that in. Okay, so this looks like this now. This plan provides a clear roadmap for implementing workspace templates while maintaining the existing architecture and patterns established in BridgeSpace. The feature aligns with the split presets enhancement already noted in the documentation. Okay, great work. I now want you to start implementing phase 1 and update the documentations as you go along. Wait, WDN said shift tab. Okay, wait, he said, oh, I found out that debug mode and cursor can also work with console logs, so you could potentially get rich feedback using that mode on this bug. Shift tab. Also, I should show you how Aqua and Willow work. Some good ideas to Sherlock there for the BridgeVoice roadmap. WDN, I'm going to send you a DM real quick on Discord if you could check that. All right, cool. All right, so we got these two working. Okay, let's check out if that was fixed now. Let's do this. Okay, oh my gosh, okay, that's perfect. Let's go. Okay, that looks so sick. Wow, this is actually coming along really well. All right, so BridgeVoice, you can move it around anywhere. And one thing that I did learn is like with BridgeVoice, you know, I had it where it was like positioned down here, but that was actually really buggy. Somebody said, what is the interface that you are in? So right now I'm using Warp, and one thing that I want to kind of highlight to all you guys is that, like, hey, one big reason of why I'm, you know, building a suite of vibe coding projects and products and tools is because, hey, like, you know, I do have the marketing channel with BridgeMind, and BridgeMind is like an AI platform basically, right? So to be able to move into this suite of tools is going to be significant, right? Because now every time that somebody new comes onto the stream and they say, hey, what tool are you using? What voice to text tool are you using? What about this? What about that? You know, now instead of me saying, oh, I'm using Warp or I'm using Whisper Flow, now I can say, oh, I'm using this, and all you need to be able to use my workflow is to buy this $20 a month subscription, and you have everything that you need to be using the same workflow as I am. And that just is like marketing 101, right? And I think that we could make it so that these tools are more affordable and very customizable. So if people from the BridgeMind community are like, hey, we want this or we want that, we'll be able to very quickly build it in. So I just think it's like a very interesting concept, especially when we see that. Yeah, Super Combo said looking good for today. No errors on the Claude status page. Yeah, so just as a reminder, we are expecting Opus 4.5 today. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting that today. All right. Also, guys, if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let me pull this up here. All right. So yeah, so this is what we saw in Perplexity today. Claude Opus 4.6. It showed up in Perplexity's API. So this is what we're looking at. I think that this is what we'll get today. The most interesting thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is, hey, how does it rank on the SWE benchmark, right? That's what I'm most interested in. We'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep a close eye on Anthropic. I think that their typical model release times, they'll just like drop it. They will drop that. That's what I like about Anthropic is they won't like do the goofy live streams or anything. Like VO, for example, yesterday, they were hyping up this live stream. We watched it on stream, but VO, they had this live stream, right? And it was like, I don't want to hate on them, right? Because obviously it's their company. They put a lot of effort into it. But they hyped this up, right? They were like, big day tomorrow. Actually, big day tomorrow. And then they did the stream. I mean, it did get 337,000 views, but it was just like their CEO talking, and it was like kind of cringe. Like they were like, this is the biggest update of VOO ever, or whatever, VO ever. And I don't know, they didn't really do a whole lot of like demoing. They did like a little bit of a demo at the end here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know did anybody like, yeah, Super Combo said they scammed us all. They got blocked by so many people. Yeah, I mean, they were hyping up. So people thought that there was like information on, you know, Sonnet 5 or whatever. But yeah, no, that did not happen. So a little bit disappointing, but that's what today's for. If Opus 4.4 doesn't release, I'm going to lose my mind. Yeah, I think that it is going to release. No, I'm pretty sure it's going to release today. Opus 4.6 is going to release today. So basically our plan for today is we're going to knock out some of these tasks, but we are definitely on, we're on 4.6 watch today. But let's bust out some push-ups and some pull-ups, guys. I want to hit 250 push-ups and 150 pull-ups. And then this is the most important agent that's working right now. Let's keep an eye on this one. All right, let's go, chat. I did 20 at the start, so we're at 60. Also, we needed some pull-ups. We haven't done pull-ups for a while. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's move the desk down. Yeah. Yeah, VO really tried to oversell that. Wait, WDN, what do you mean, please join the show? What show? Do some burpees? Oh, let's go. All right. So this is setting up a template. Don't forget leg day. Yeah, I won't. Well, I'm really looking forward to tri-season. My legs in the summers always get like jacked because I do a lot of cycling. Cycling is probably one of my favorite things to do. Also running. The winters are not fun. Winters are not fun in the Midwest. It's freezing. It's like 10 degrees where I live right now. When will your app be able to code itself? I mean, technically it literally it already has been. I mean, I've been using BridgeVoice to get prompts. BridgeVoice is looking nice. I don't know how I feel. Oh, that needs to be fixed. Okay, so you guys see this? So I did ask it to do that drop down. And the drop down doesn't look right. Review the screenshot and you will see what it looks like. Fix this, you need to reposition it and also make sure that it actually will display. All right, WDan said just that VO launched the Git flow and like the step they took was OpenPR and there's no just in software development. This was a lot of effort, but not worth the hype that they made. Yeah, 100%. I mean, VO, yeah, I just was like so bored. I literally turned their stream on. I gave them an opportunity. I was streaming their stream, and they flopped. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's not snowing right now, but there's just this huge winter storm in the United States, and we got over a foot of snow where I live. It was crazy. Like most people got like feet of snow. It was insane. Trip said greetings from the Netherlands. Keep it going. Let's go, man. Somebody said drop the playlist. Let me get it real quick and I'll drop it in. Here's the playlist. Someone said get a spurty vitamin D lamp and your energy will soar like summer and testosterone too. Spurty vitamin D? I mean, shoot, dude. You know, I'll impulse buy anything, any product that anybody recommends on stream, I will buy. Spurty vitamin D lamp. Hold on, sounds like an unlock here. Oh, $850? Let's go. This thing's insane. All right, is this worth it? Is this what it is? All right, this is what I'm looking at, chat. Spurty vitamin D lamp. Is this what we need on stream? I mean, we already have the pull-ups. We got everything we need. Oh, so it's a little bit more compact now. I like that. Ugh, still not showing the drop down. What's this look like? Okay, that looks good. Okay. Purification. We're gonna do a Vibathon review. I'm kind of waiting to get. We may do it on Saturday. One of the biggest reasons why I haven't been doing a Vibathon review, I'm waiting for more submissions to be able to do a big review and then also potentially like presentations. But I was probably gonna put an announcement about that tomorrow because I may be doing a stream on Saturday for that. It's just that we're kind of on high alert in terms of in terms of like watching out for these releases, because there's been a lot of rumors, that's for sure. BridgeVoice wants to use your confidential information stored in the... Okay, no, I don't want to. Not yet, no. Okay, hold on. Let's test this real quick. Right now, the folder is called BridgeVoice Desktop. Could you help me simplify this so that it's just BridgeVoice? Yeah, Wall Street is getting absolutely destroyed because of Anthropic, apparently. Yeah, that is accurate. Okay, so we just did build these presets, so let's see if they're here. I think that we're gonna have to refresh this real quick. Press Command T to open the template selector. Okay, let's see. Does this work? I think I'm gonna have to restart, but Command T. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Hold on, we're gonna have to restart this. Let's go over here. Let's restart the Electron app, and we'll see what this looks like. Thank you, WDan. Okay, so BridgeSpace, here we go. And it is interesting because, like, really the biggest thing that's holding us back from a launch right now is I need to figure out how to actually make these downloadable. I've never done that before, and that's something I'm gonna have to work on off stream. Okay, let's see this, Command T. Okay, so I'm not seeing it. Yeah, so I do new Workspace, right? And I'm not seeing anything related to that. So I don't know why that is the case. I'm gonna drop in a screenshot. All right, hold up here. Okay. Okay, it was this one here. Check out the screenshot. Why is it that when I click new workspace, I don't see anything related to the selection of templates? Why is this the case? Somebody asked, are you using Tauri for your app? Yes, so I use it for, not for BridgeSpace. I'm using Electron for BridgeSpace, and I'm using Tauri for BridgeVoice. Based, how's it going? What do you think about the hype around Codex? I mean, I think that Codex is like it's another great product. I mean, it's definitely up there. We can launch it right now. I do have a ChatGPT subscription. They did say, let me find the tweet real quick. We were looking at this a little bit yesterday, but definitely some big news that came out of OpenAI was that GPT 5.2 and GPT 5.2 Codex are now 40% faster. Somebody that is a respected member of our community, though, Backstory Bites, you guys may have seen him around the Discord or in chat, but he actually said that he was noticing some like worse performance. He was saying like, I mean, it got 40% faster, but it got 40% dumber. So I don't know if that's just from his opinion from what he was doing yesterday, but let me know in chat if you guys had that experience. I was using it a little bit yesterday, but not enough. Super Combo said add support for switching between different terminal environments such as ZSH, Bash, PowerShell, and WSL, so users can choose their preferred shell environment using split panels. That's actually a good point. Now when you click new interface or press, you'll see the template selector with all the options. Okay, so let's test this. It says that it'll work. Oh wow. Okay, perfect. So check this out, guys. So this is what we just built with Claude. So when we do this, it's going to allow us to. Can I literally do this? Okay, so single terminal, 2 terminals, 4 terminals, 6 terminals, 8 terminals, 10 terminals. So I click 10 terminals and then launch this. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Okay, that is so sick. Okay. That is so cool. I mean, we can even take this a little bit of a step further too. Oh my gosh, that's actually sick. Okay. Most Windows developers use WSL, so that's a major add-on to add. Okay, let me take that comment. I don't want to break too much. I'm using Super Combo. I'm using Xterm. You know what's funny is that like oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, let me see this here. Okay, shout out to Super Combo Gamer. Let me actually drop his comment in real quick. Vision X said, gang, baby, let's get that bag. Let's go, man. Somebody said you can create MSIs for, if it's on Tauri, just issue npm run. Wait, what do you mean create MSIs for BridgeVoice? Okay, Super Combo, I'm literally dropping your prompts in right now. okay, that worked great and it works now, but I want you to improve the styling of it. It looks not very professional. Make it more compact, more professional, and stay on theme. Zook said, what's up? How are you doing? I'm doing good, Zook. How are you, man? Singular said, I'm pretty sure if you run Claude Code right now, it will go ahead and have something like, what do you mean? Oh, the external lines? Make it open a CLI by default? What do you mean? Would I suggest a CLI versus GUI? I mean, I'm a big Claude Code person. I think that a lot of people are Claude Code fans. So I'm going to add BridgeSpace here, and I want you to review this comment that was made by Super Combo Gamer, and I want you to help provide feedback of how we could potentially implement this into BridgeSpace, launch 3 agents to assist with this. He thinks that this would be a good idea. Would you review how we could potentially implement this and how difficult it would be to implement it, and if it would risk us making breaking changes to implement it? How to get into vibe coding, somebody just asked. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are new to vibe coding or don't know how to do it, the best way to get into it is to just get started. You know, that's like my recommendations for a lot of things is just get started, just start working. You know, the biggest thing is your staying power. So like, hey, when it comes down to it, and that's the interesting thing is that a lot of you guys have been with me now for a lot of you guys are like OGs and have been around for a long time during this journey. So a lot of you guys know what I've been through in this journey. There's been like a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and there's been some incredibly difficult experiences that I've had to go through. Some of them people knew about, some of them people wouldn't know about. And people like look at things, right? And it's very easy to look at something and say, oh wow, like look at all the success that this person is having. Look at like how much money they're making, or look at, you know, how far they've come, or something like that, right? And you kind of see, like, just because of how our brains work, you'll look at a lot of the good things and you won't understand the bad things and the difficulties that come with something, right? So even in this case, like, I'll take my circumstance as an example. This journey has been incredibly difficult. There has been things that I have experienced that have been some of the most difficult experiences that I've ever experienced in my entire life during this journey. And you guys may not even know about that, right? You guys may not know, oh, like this was actually like super difficult, right? Like in the back end, it was like very difficult to continue forward, but on the front end, you know, I put on a front and I continued forward because that's what winners do. You know, I think that what people need to understand is that really when it comes down to whether or not you're going to succeed, it very much comes down to staying power. And if through those difficult moments, you're going to be somebody that gives up, or if you're going to be somebody that pushes through and has the staying power and continues forward, you have to ask yourself, which one are you? And the answer to that question is going to depict whether you are successful or not. Okay, let's see this here. So this did update the template design. So now, you know, we can just go over here. That does not look good. I don't like what it did. It gave it that horizontal look. I do not like what you did with the horizontal scroll bar and putting it like that. I need you to try that again. I didn't like what you did. Somebody said, just think that they delayed Sonnet 5 and not going to release it because some developer said, why don't you release this model as Opus 4.6 and don't change the price? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, we are expecting Opus 4.6 today. There was a leak in the Perplexity API, so I am expecting it. I'm hoping that we could get anything like above 83% on the Suite coding benchmark. I would be like thrilled about, but we'll see, right? I mean, only time is going to tell with that. We'll find out very quickly. Okay, here's our layout. That looks a lot better. So you can do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I mean, shoot, why don't we give the opportunity to do even way more? Great work. Add presets up to 16. Add in 12, 14, and 16. Abinef said, can you look at my DM? Yeah, I'll check it out. And okay, anybody that thinks that I'm on, like, it's so funny to think about that, but like, yeah, just so everybody knows, I don't drink or do drugs. So like anybody that like makes those allegations, like if you guys know anything about me, you guys know that I don't even drink alcohol. Not that I think that if you guys drink alcohol, that's necessarily bad. I just personally don't, because I just, you know, when I was in college, like my very early days of college, when I was a freshman in college and a sophomore in college, I actually drank a little bit. And it was just debauchery, and I didn't really start getting my act together until I cut all that out. You know, once I got my act together and was like, you know what, I'm just like not gonna drink. Okay, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, this is so sick. Okay, so we can do a preset. Now the question is, does the whole revenue come from just BridgeMind? Yeah, so the revenue is any revenue that BridgeMind makes. Okay, so let's see here. There's definitely a lot of improvements that we can make to this. The first one is being able to open them up in a particular terminal, not a terminal, in a particular directory on your computer. I want you to now think through how we could add an additional step to make it so that users could open up all these terminals in a particular directory. Somebody asked, do I vape or smoke? No, I don't. Yeah, I live a very healthy lifestyle. I'm a triathlete. You guys are actually probably going to start to see more of that as time goes on. I think that there's a couple things that I have kind of swirling around in my head of potential things that I could do this year. I am training for an Ironman. It's very early on. It's about 6 months out right now. So it's very cold where I live, so I can't do the training outside, but I am doing training. I'm training for an Ironman. Please look at the 1000 agent cursor experiment. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I do have a girlfriend. Somebody asked how much do you spend on average? I spend $280 a month. Okay, would you like to create a detailed implementation plan or start? Okay, so let's see. This was Super Combo Gamer's request. He said multi-shell support in BridgeSpace. Based on my analysis of the BridgeMind code base, here's my assessment. Current state, the terminal system currently hard-codes shell selection, Windows or Mac, has no user configuration or shell preference. Shell integration scripts only support ZSH and Bash currently. So implementation difficulty, this is a clean modular addition that would not require breaking changes. So implementation plan is we would extend the terminal session type and add in these different types: ZSH, Bash, PowerShell, CMD, WSL, Fish, update IPC interface. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, I now want you to create a structured and detailed implementation plan. Once you've created this plan, come back to me. Somebody said, isn't Claude Max like unlimited usage though? Yeah, I mean, Claude Max is pretty high up there. All right, terminal directory. All right, so let's see this. So current flow template, selector, pick layout, color picker, pick the color, create. So we're gonna add in a directory field in the terminal, in the template selector modal. Integrate what you think is best. I don't care. Integrate what you think is best. How are you going to monetize this? A subscription with Stripe. What is your Claude Max weekly usage? It's quite high. If we launch another Claude terminal real quick, and I'll just input this so you guys can check it out. So this is my usage. So 31% used this week. Resets 559. And really usage comes, like if you have the 20x plan, it's really going to come down to how many sub agents that you use. If I launch 20 sub agents at once, it could potentially, go by really quickly, right? But if I don't do that, I'm never gonna hit my limit. I can launch, 16 at once, and it's not gonna give me issues. Yeah, I'm using the Claude Max plan. Yes. Blackwell said, can't wait for Opus. It is for sure going to release today. Yeah, I would give it a 99% chance. I think it's gonna release today. We'll see. CodeSnap asked, were you a coder before you started vibe coding? Yeah, so I have hundreds of certifications on Codecademy. I started coding manually for about 6 months when basically before AI got really, really good. But then I did see that obviously AI was going to completely take over the software industry. So I decided to focus more on vibe coding and getting good at vibe coding, because just as there's a skill in coding, there's also a skill in vibe coding and understanding these workflows, understanding how to prompt correctly. One thing that I don't necessarily like on this is the headers on all these terminals. Do you guys see this what is up with that percentage there at the top? Does anybody know what that is? Also, just the headers. I mean, the windows look okay, but there's definitely things that we can do to improve them. I want you to review the image, and in the screenshot, take close note of what all of the terminals look like, the Xterm terminals. I then want you to review BridgeSpace and review the associated logic with the Xterm windows. What is the percent? Why is there that percent at the top before it shows what directory I'm in? Also, the headers seem a little bit excessive in the terminals. Would there be a way for us to implement better styling for these? Come up with a structured review and plan of how we could potentially update the Xterm code to make these better. I haven't spent too much on LLMs. I probably spent maybe, like, during the entire journey so far, the past 6 months, I would say that my average spend per month is around 450. So, you know, 6 times 450. Somebody could do that. Was it 2,700? So, yeah, 2,700. So we'll do that. We'll drop that in. This here, it says that the implementation is complete here. So let's pull back up the Electron app. And let's try launching a new workspace. Okay, so check this out, guys. So it has layout. So I can do layout, right? So I'm going to do, let's say, 6. Let's do 6. Oh, there's not. I got to fix that. So I can do 6, and then I can then go and open up a particular project. So Bridge UGC, but it's not really this here, the layout. The issue there is because there's now an additional step. The problem that is happening is it is not, like, keeping that selection. I have a unique bug now. When I click on one of the layouts and then go to select project, it's not holding that. Like, there's not a user interface that once I click one of those options, it's not holding that or highlighting it. Review the logic and fix this. All right, let's put that in. All right, give me 1 second. I do need to plug in the FBI cam real quick. It's low battery. All right. Okay. What's going on? Let's check X real quick. Anthropic, please. Okay, we could get it in 30. We could get it in 35 minutes. 37 minutes. 37 minutes is potential launch time. I think that if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure that Opus, like if we go back to the, I was literally like in the trenches basically. I was looking at the Claude Sonnet 4.5 release. Find the tweet about Claude Opus 4.5 from Anthropic. Somebody, people are asking for the playlist. Let me drop it in real quick. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it in the description for you guys. Or let me do this. This is actually way better. I need to. I'm trying to get better. I get asked the same question so many times. So like there are commands that you guys can do. So let's find out when they drop this. So like Discord. Yeah, I do own crypto. Yeah, the Bitcoin's getting absolutely demolished. It's insane. If you guys haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. Yeah, crypto's getting absolutely destroyed. Hang in there, guys. Vocalists, I had to reset the database so the jobs, a lot of people are applying, but honestly, like, you know, what's interesting is that, you know, I have hired some people and my experience hasn't been great with some of the people that I've hired so far. I'll probably, like, I've been learning a lot in this journey so far, and I probably want to take a little bit of a different approach for how I'm doing hiring. Okay, so here it is. This is the, what is it? This post here. Okay, so it is this post. So this was when they released Opus 4.5. So you can see that they released Opus 4.5 at 1:54 p.m. So we could expect, like, hey, if they are going to release it today, they'll probably release it within the next, like, basically 3 hours. So I'm definitely keep your eye on this. A lot of people are saying it's the end of Bitcoin. I don't know about that. All right, let's see if this now works. So let's open up a new workspace, and this, okay, like the issue is that I select this, right? And it doesn't hold. Like I can't actually actively click it. So that's an issue. Let's fix that. No, it did not happen. I clicked it and it did not stay highlighted after I clicked. There needs to be a hover effect and click effect, and after I select one of them, it needs to stay highlighted. Review and try again. Yeah, even, it was kind of funny. I went to my barber yesterday, and my barber's like this. He's actually a pretty good guy. He's a cool guy. And he was talking to me about Bitcoin, and he was like, it was kind of funny because he's like, there's no way that it could go to 50K. I'm like, dude, that could easily go to 50K. It could so easily go to 50K. Like, that's the craziest part about just like markets in general, is that the fact that he was saying that was actually making me more worried. Like, the fact that people are saying that, like, whatever it's at right now. What is it at right now? What's Bitcoin at right now? Is it like, I saw it was like under it, it's 69,000 or something like that. Let me check this out. Right now, Bitcoin is at yeah, 67,000. That's insane. 67,000. So, I mean, if you guys are a dip buyer, but it was just interesting because he was like, no, man, like, I mean, it's gone down 20% this week. In the past month, it's gone down 30%. I mean, yeah, it went down a lot, but 6-7. Everybody's dropping 6-7 in the chat. It's funny. Astro said it's time to short. All right, so let's check this out. Let's go over to BridgeSpace. Is this staying highlighted now? There we go. All right, that was a 3-shot. But now, so we can do 6 terminals. So layout, let's do 8. I mean, this is so sick. Let's try 14. Let's do 14, and we'll open up BridgeMind. And I actually want to add in an additional layer here too. Hold on, let's just open up. We'll open up View Creator, right? So we'll open up View Creator. We'll name this workspace View Creator. And we'll open this up, create, and look at that. Perfect. So it opens up all of these terminal windows inside of View Creator. There's definitely some things that we're gonna have to improve for the styling. The first thing also is there a way that potentially we could set up how many like Claude instances that we want, right? Let's check. Okay, great work. I now want to add in an additional step that makes it so that I can select how many instances I want to launch in Claude or Codex, or even the Gemini CLI. I need you to search the internet and identify the commands that are needed to launch each of these CLI tools respectively. Isn't Cursor also, that Cursor has a new CLI as well? Let me check this real quick. Oh my gosh, Whisperflow sucks. All right. Somebody said, have you checked out Codex yet? Wanting to see if it is a big difference between Claude and it. Yeah, I mean, more people are talking about Codex because, hold on, what was I doing? Oh, Cursor. Does Cursor now have their own CLI, right? Is this going to launch Cursor? Let's see. Okay, no. Oh, isn't it like agent? Like, I think that, how do I launch the, there's definitely a Cursor agent. I think it may be agent. Is it agent? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it's agent. So if I launch agent here, is it going to launch the Cursor CLI tool? Let's see, agent. Okay, so this is the Cursor agent. But this is going to auto-compact in a second. Also, the Cursor agent is launched by running agent. I want users to specify when launching a workspace which agents they want to launch and how many. Come up with an intuitive way to do this. Okay, perfect. Somebody said Cursor CLI is nice. WDN said that. Also, there is, hold on, W Super Combo just dropped in, oh, shoot. Oh, guys, this just came out. All right, big drop for Codex users later today. You can just build things. Interesting. Okay, Sam is the ultimate hype train right now. You guys got to see what he said. Did you guys see this crazy ad from Sam Altman yesterday? He was going crazy. There was one thing, where was it? It was this right here. I actually didn't like something that he said. This was kind of ridiculous. Look at what he said here. He said, Anthropic serves an expensive product to rich people. I didn't like how he said that. I thought that was a little bit like, I don't know. It just came across as like, it was just odd that he would say that. Like, they have a good model. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Backstory Byte said that he thinks it's 5.2 Codex Max or 5.3 for sure. You think so? Yeah, Opus 4.6 is gonna come out today. I mean, this is gonna be a huge day. We're gonna have to see, well, like, as soon as the first thing releases, I'm excited to see what happens. But, okay, I found the CLI command. So for Claude Code, it's Claude. For OpenAI Codex, it's Codex. For Google Gemini, it's Gemini. And for the cursor agent, it's Agent. So what we wanna do is for BridgeSpace, we wanna make it very, very intuitive for people to launch these workspaces, right? But I don't wanna have to launch a 14 window interface and then also have to go through and do Claude, Gemini, Agent. You know, I don't want to have to do all that, right? Like, that's ridiculous. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that when you are opening up a new workspace, you choose how many terminals you want, you select the directory, and then you're also able to make it so that, like, if I want to go here, I want to open up this directory, right? I'm going to launch 8 terminals, but then here, optional, let's go. This looks sick. All right, so I want to say, okay, I want to do Claude, and I want to do 3 of them. And Codex, I want to do 1 of them. Cursor, I want to do 1. Hold on. Claudebot, what is 3 plus 1 plus 2? Okay, 9. Alright, so we're going to have to adjust these. My math wasn't quite right. Alright, let's do 3 Claude, 3 Codex, 3 Cursor. Okay, let's launch this and see what this looks like. Did it not finish implementing that? Yeah. Compacted. No! That's terrible. Let me click and drag with a keyboard shortcut. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, Super Combo said OpenAI pricing is the same as Anthropic's $20 and $200 plan, but OpenAI does not have a $100 option. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is, like, I just don't like that Sam was like, I mean, that just seems like a little bit, it seems like a crash out. Like, Anthropic serves an expensive product to rich people. Like, is that really the case? I mean, they have a more expensive model than you, but it's not even that much more expensive. Like, if we look at OpenRouter, oh my gosh. Like, let's look at OpenRouter. We look at GPT 5.2. Let's look at GPT 5.2. $1.75, $14 per million on the output, right? And then you look at Claude Opus 4.5, and yes, it is more expensive, but not by that much. You know, the output tokens isn't even like, it's like what is that? Maybe 60% more, right? Around 60%. And then the input tokens are definitely, I mean, the input is definitely more, you know, by like more than 100%, but it's not that bad, right? You know, it's just kind of ridiculous that they, somebody asked, do I have the max plan or no? They just released model council. I do not have it, no. But yeah, I think that Sam is just like kind of overstepping a little bit here. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, I'm going to have to take this. Hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic. Oh my gosh, chill. Sam, chill out. Yeah, I know you're watching the stream. Okay, no, you're not understanding. Okay, hold on, slow down. Listen. Okay, I won't bring it up anymore on stream. You just gotta give me at least 20,000 and we'll be good. But I mean, hey, like, you have to understand, like, Anthropic literally has a better model than you, okay? Like, you need to chill, okay? Give me 20 racks. I won't bring it up anymore. And, yeah, that'll be it. But, yeah, I mean, don't crash out on X if you don't want me to bring it up, all right? All right. You'll send it? Okay, thank you. I'll check the bank statements. I'll be expecting that. But yeah, don't, like, and stop calling me on the stream all the time. Jeez, just chill out. All right. Thank you, Sam. But please stop calling me midstream, okay? Chill. All right, sorry guys. My ex-girlfriend's been blowing up my phone lately. Okay. Okay, so this here, I don't like that it compacted. It looks like it's done. Let's test it out again. All right, so we're gonna open up BridgeSpace. We're gonna open up a new workspace layout. Let's just test this like very simply. Let's open up this here, desktop, Bridge UGC, AI agents. So you can now go here, right? And for example, like we'll do Claude, right? We'll do 3 Claudes and let's do 1 cursor. Next, create. And what I wanted to do, oh my gosh, let's go. That is so sick. Oh my gosh, chat, that is so sick. All right, this is gonna be so sick. All right, check this out. So I can literally go here and I can do BridgeMind here. And I can do, oh yeah, I want all of them. Probably a way to make it do like set all, but let's launch a new workspace here. And it's gonna launch 16 Claude instances immediately. Let's see, give it a second. Boom. All right, hold on. Only one? What's up with that? Okay, there we go. All right, so they're kind of populating slowly. Let's bust out 20. Let's actually, what are we doing? Let's drop a 50 bomb. Let's go. W BridgeSpace in the chat. That is so badass. Let's go. That is so sick. All right. Let's go, chat. 50 bomb. Let's go. The camera's lagging. Sorry, I was doing push-ups too fast. All right, 110. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think my my Mac may not like the hold on, it may not like all these instances. Let's see. Oh shoot. Yeah, it is not like that. Hold up here. Oh my gosh, my computer is exploding. Hold up. Yeah. It did not like the 50 Claude code instances. Yeah. Alright, is that better? Yeah, I mean I dropped it by like 20 gigs, so I mean, could we maybe we could change this Electron app to a we could refactor it to Tauri if that's gonna be an issue, you know what I mean? We'll see though. Okay, what's going on here? Alright, I haven't tried the cursor CLI before. Let's try it. Review this and fix the error. So what does adding files look like? So this is the cursor CLI. Somebody said, Astro said keep it on Electron. Super Combo said just download more RAM, yeah. Somebody asked what Mac am I using? I am using a M3 Ultra. All right, it does look like the cameras are lagging just a little bit. Hold on. Let me test the lag. That is definitely lagging. Yeah, it's annoying. Okay, what's going on here? Run everything, obviously. Alright, also guys, we got 393 people watching, only 194 likes. I'm going to call Dario at 300 likes and tell him to launch Claude Opus 4.6. We're tired of waiting. We're tired of waiting, Dario. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, okay? Alright, is this good now? Let's check. Alright, let's see here. Oh geez. So, Timeless asks, how do you automatically have Claude on bypass permissions? All right, the trick to this is to literally just prompt Claude code to do it for you. That's how I did it. I said, how do I set it so that you always bypass permissions? And it did it. So I couldn't tell you how to do it. I vibe coded it. Typical, right? Okay. I watched there be no Sonnet 5 and they just renamed it to Opus 4.6 so they can change more, charge more. Oh yeah, I saw other people saying that as well. Okay, why is BridgeVoice all of a sudden trying to store confidential information? What is up with this? Well, I need to check something real quick. BridgeVoice is trying to hack me. Why is BridgeVoice asking me to use your confidential information? What code is making it so that this is even a thing? Somebody's saying, do you have API or a subscription? Definitely subscription is the best way to go. Do not use the API. If you're using the API, you're crazy. All right, Claude Opus 4.5. I'm so tired of it. Can we please get 6? We want it. We want it now. All right, hold up. Super Combo just sent me a DM. Let me check this out. Oh, yeah. This actually, Super Combo, you're actually a little bit ahead of me because I was thinking about this as well. So this is what Super Combo Gamer just shared with me. So shout out to him because this is definitely something that I was thinking about too. So if you guys remember when Sam Altman basically said that Anthropic creates a product for rich people, which is just absolutely like an outlandish statement. But like at the end of the day, OpenAI GPT 5.2 Codex actually ends up being more expensive than Opus 4.5 to be able to complete the task. So what this benchmark is it's the cost to run the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. So this is an important benchmark that we look at. And what you guys are seeing in this benchmark is that GPT 5.2 Codex actually costs more to complete that benchmark than Opus 4.5. So even though Opus 4.5 is more expensive when you look at the input and output costs, to be able to actually complete this task, GPT 5.2 ended up being way more expensive. So definitely keep that in mind. Thank you for sharing that, Super Combo Gamer. So, because I actually was thinking about that as well. All right, BridgeVoice stores its encryption key used to encrypt auth tokens in the macOS keychain for security. When it calls get password, set password, macOS shows that dialog. This is actually good security. The keychain is the proper place to store sensitive keys. The dialog only appears once. If you want to skip the keychain and try less secure, you can modify, load, or store shape to the file fallback. I'd recommend keeping it as is. Help me understand better what this is doing and why, though. All right, where is anybody? Okay, 17 minutes until 12. We could get Opus 4.6 in 17 minutes. We'll see. We are on high alert today, though. You guys can see from the description, we are on high alert. We're expecting new models today. I can't wait. Okay, so the BridgeVoice stores auth tokens locally, so you stay logged in between app restarts, but tokens are sensitive. If someone gets your auth credentials in file, they could impersonate you. Layered encryption. The flow app starts. Get encryption key. What? Why the keychain? Is this the best practice for a... Okay. Yeah, I do think it's crazy that people even use the API at all. Web fetch, okay, cool. Okay, so let's pull back BridgeSpace back up. We were getting hit hard with having that many terminals open. We had like, I think inside of BridgeSpace, we had like, what was it? Maybe 30 terminals open. So that was not helpful for our machine. So let's sign back in. I will say though, one thing that I like about Electron is I do like how, I mean, I honestly would consider moving. Oh, is it this that's giving me issues? Hold on here. This is, what is this? Is this main? Wait, what is this? Okay, that's UI. Yeah, the API is insanely expensive. You don't even want to, like, consider it, honestly. Okay, let's see here. All right, so BridgeSpace, let's authenticate real quick. And I honestly would consider changing our BridgeVoice to an Electron application, honestly. I think that Electron could potentially be better in some instances, right? But yeah, we could potentially be getting Opus 4.6 in 15 minutes. Only time will tell. We'll see. Okay, what's going on here? Would I ever consider running your own LLMs in the long term? A few people were actually talking about this in the co-working channel this morning. And I thought it was interesting. You know, there's a couple of people that I really respect in the community. that do run LLMs locally and are like definitely advocates for it. For like my perspective on this is that I think that by the time that like, hey, I think that in 6 months you'll have LLMs that are able to run locally for very inexpensive that are better than the existing Opus 4.5. Like that's just kind of like a fact at this point, because that's what we've seen. You know, the local models now that are running locally on our open source are literally better than the frontier models 6 months ago. So I think the same thing is going to happen. We're going to get significantly better models that are able to run locally. My point with that is that, hey, yes, you're definitely going to be able to run open source models locally that are incredibly powerful, but what kind of models are you going to be able to use by the time that those models come out? Like I'm going to be using, Opus 7 by the time that, I would, these open source models. So it's like the same thing that we have now where, for example, you'll have, let's say, Opus 4.5, which is, one of the best models. That model is not going to run locally on somebody's machine, right? But you do have, even if we pull up LM Arena real quick, just because we are getting a lot of models today, I think it's important for us to be able to check out where the leaderboards actually stand. So here are the leaderboards, right? And a lot of people are talking about Kimi K 2.5 thinking, right? This is the best open source model. So if you look at this open source model, Kimi K 2.5 thinking, it scores very well. It's in 5th place, and it's only 53 in score behind Opus 4.5, and it's only like, it's less than 30, what is that, 25 behind GPT 5.2 High. So that's like pretty crazy that you have an open source model that's performing that well on benchmarks. The only issue that I see personally is that, hey, by the time that like this model at this point is like 4 months old, right? So, or close to that, 3 months. And, you look at this and you're like, okay, but this model just came out. What's gonna be released by Claude, right? What's gonna come out of Anthropic, and how good is it actually going to be? I think that that's a huge question that you should be asking. Super Combo Gamer said, I want to be able to run Kimi K 2.5 locally at around 50 to 100 tokens per second. What does it run at locally now? Does anybody know? Because that's the biggest thing is Kimi K 2.5 thinking. It's like, hey, yeah, it's like, yes, it's a good model, but by the time that Anthropic gets past this next set of model releases, these frontier models are going to be way ahead. I mean, where was Opus 4.1 at? Let's check. So Opus 4.1, what was the jump on LM Arena? Opus 4.1. Jeez, is it not even top 30 now? No, that can't be the case, right? That's insane. It's literally not even up here. Is it not being offered in LM Arena? Opus 4? That's insane. Okay, wait, hold up here. Opus 4.1. Okay, I guess these aren't just not offered. Is that the case? That's insane. No one can really run Kimi K 2.5 locally. You need about 1 terabyte of VRAM. It's expensive. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a good, I think a good point then. Okay, why am I having so many issues with this loading here? Why is at BridgeMind UI? I can't wait to test out the UI capabilities of whatever comes next. Claude models have always been good at UI. A lot of people are like, oh, Gemini 3 Pro for UI, but honestly, that was kind of overhyped. All right, let's knock out some push-ups. We are going to do 250 on this stream, but I am looking forward to getting a new model. We're on high alert today. We're honestly, the main purpose of this stream is we are definitely on Claude Opus 4.6 watch. I think it's going to come out today. How much is this camera lagging? Is it still lagging? Let's see. Is it lagging? It is lagging. All right, there is camera lag. I don't like that, but you guys are going to have to put up with it just on that cam. For some reason, it's lagging right now. Maybe I can reconnect it. Hold on, let me pause it and then restart it. Okay, that is definitely still lagging. This is the POV. Okay, hold on. Let's disconnect it. Okay, I just disconnected this. Now I'm gonna reconnect. Okay, that's what it needed. All right, let's go. also, for those of you that don't know, we do have these 3 Mac Minis. These are our OpenCode bots. I still have not had, I think this weekend is going to be a great opportunity. I probably won't stream this weekend. I may stream Saturday for like a project sharing event, but all right, is that good? All right, perfect. All right, we're back. But yeah, definitely excited to be testing out OpenCode more. Okay, so here, it's just not loading. I mean, yeah, I don't know why this isn't loading. Oh, I know what's causing it. Hold on here. Close all these. Okay, this should work now. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I am using a Claude bot setup. I need to get it a little bit better configured. You know, there is a learning curve to it, so I'm gonna spend some time on it. I just have not had the time. I've been crazy stuff's been going on for me. So, all right, finally, we did fix the issue. So, ship software at the speed of thought. This is what everything's looking like. If you guys haven't signed up yet, definitely go do it. Help support BridgeMind. There's a 7-day free trial. Right now, the biggest thing that you can access is the BridgeMind MCP. But we have these other products coming out in our suite. Let's see here. Let's go to BridgeSpace now and try again to sign in. So BridgeSpace. Let's sign in. There we go. It finally worked. Oh my gosh, it lagged out again. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, WDN said, confirmed so far, Perplexity Council is very nice and makes Macs more worth it. Okay, what is up with this? Welcome to BridgeVoice. Okay. So people are saying Opus 4.6 is insane. Yeah, it's supposed to come out here soon. We're kind of on watch right now. All right, Perplexity. What's this Perplexity Council? All right, hold on. What are people saying in chat? Perplexity Council? It's Council. All right, hold on. Let's just go check X. All right, let's go check this out. A couple people are talking about this in chat. Perplexity Council. Oops, Perplexity. All right, so something new. All right, we've upgraded deep research in Perplexity. Perplexity Deep Research achieves state-of-the-art performance on leading external benchmarks, outperforming other deep research tools on accuracy and reliability. A couple people also said, okay, Council, introducing Model Council in Perplexity. Run 3 frontier models at once, compare outputs, and get a more accurate, higher confidence answer. That's interesting. So we should be getting 4.6 here soon. Okay, wow, that's actually pretty cool. So it'll have all of them work at the same time. That's pretty interesting. Dang. Okay, Perplexity Max subscribers is who that's for. That's really impressive. That is pretty cool. Okay. Great work. What is needed for me to be able to move this to production? For example, with an Electron application, what is needed for me to be able to actually ship this on both Mac and Windows? Would you launch 5 sub-agents that will review the internet and find the answers and compile them into 2 separate readmes inside of the BridgeSpace repo? One about the macOS push to production, one about Windows. I also need information about how I will continuously push updates to live users. Like once they have the app downloaded, how will I push updates for them to install? I know nothing about this. I want you to compile readmes for me to be able to learn how to do this. So we do need to learn how to do this. I'm going to do this on stream. I think it's very important that we actually learn how to compile these. And then I'm going to give the same prompt. Okay. Okay, so this is important. I need to do something real quick with AWS. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. This is compiling this information. Okay, backstory said the codex release may be a memory feature instead of a model. Honestly, the, yeah, another drop for codex later? Hold up. There's a ton going on right now. That's insane. All right, hold on. Let's pull up X real quick. I doubt that it's, Okay, hold up here. All right, so let's go over to X here. What's going on? So Sam just tweeted again, or was it the same tweet that we had? Let's see. So let's see here. He's hyping it up. Okay, so he said big drop for Codex users later today. You can just build things. We know, Sam. We know. What am I using for voice to text? I'm using BridgeVoice. It's coming soon. Another Codex stream today. News coming. Yeah, so probably what I'm going to do is this is the day 128 stream. As soon as Opus 4.6 launches, which we are expecting, I mean, it's 12 o'clock right now. It could be coming out like right now. Let's keep an eye on Claude. Nothing yet. I mean, they did release these ads yesterday. That's interesting that they did these yesterday. But yeah, Sam said big drop for Codex users later today. I feel like they do like live stream. Okay, just other people on X. Okay. Somebody asked how many tokens am I using. I just use, it's not about the tokens, it's about the subscription that you have. I was not ready. Sam is hyping this up. Oh my gosh, he's so toxic on X. Really excited to get Elon under oath in a few months. Christmas in April. He's so toxic. Oh my gosh. Okay, Backstory Byte said a lot of the Codex team members are tweeting. Okay. Somebody asked, do I offer private tutoring sessions? I do not, no. Okay. How's this doing? I need to do the same thing for Tauri. So let's actually launch. Hold on here. Yes, close this process. Close this process. Okay. Somebody said there's a boycott going on in OpenAI. I don't know about that. Is there? Great work. What is needed for me to be able to move this to production? For example, with a Tauri application, what is needed for me to actually be able to ship this both on Mac and Windows? Would you launch 5 sub-agents that will review the internet and find the answers and compile them into 2 separate readmes? Okay, I think that these are the same. Perfect. Okay. Nah, Peter, it's a little bit different than that. Okay, Peter said just run npm run Tauri build, but the thing is we need like all of the different keys and stuff. Like we need the certificates and whatnot. It's not just about doing the build. Review the internet sounded funny, yeah. Yeah, I think that to Kaz's point, it's like there's a completely different workflow for vibe coding than there is for like manually coding, right? So AI coding and agentic coding is kind of taking over. So, you know, I think that you know, it's less about writing code manually and more about understanding workflows and how to use AI and different models and all that. Yeah, so it is built in. Like I can run npm run build and create the build for me to be able to download on my computer. But the thing is to be able to actually make this deployable so that people can use this into production, it's a little bit different. Oh, Azure trusted signings. Okay, so let's go to one of these and check it out. So we have macOS production guide and then a Windows production guide. And then it's going to be the same thing for this one as well. Backstory Byte said cool tweet from Cursor. Let's check it out. All right, 4 minutes ago. So, okay, this came out 4 minutes ago from Cursor. We've been working on very long-running coding agents. In a recent week-long run, our system peaked at over 1,000 commits per hour across hundreds of agents. We're sharing our findings and an early research preview inside of Cursor. What the heck? So, to Kaz, I think this is what you're looking at. It's so funny because people don't understand agentic development at all, and they just like hate on it and say it's like caveman and stuff. It's kind of funny. It's like, dude, that is not the point. You're missing the entire point. So Cursor basically says that they're taking a step towards self-driving code bases. And look at this. So what is this? They have thousands of workers at the same time working on a code base. That's insane. Yeah, so this is the Cursor 1000 agent experience. I spend $280 a month on AI. Yeah, that's insane. We're excited by the reaction to our research on scaling long-running autonomous coding. This work started as internal research to push the limits of the current models. As part of the research, we created a new agent harness to orchestrate many thousands of agents and observe their behavior. By last month, our system was stable enough to run continuously for 1 week, making the vast majority of the commits to our research project a web browser. This browser was not intended to be used externally, and we expected the code to have imperfections. However, even with quirks, the fact that thousands of agents could work together to produce work that was almost entirely runnable without human intervention felt like a milestone worth sharing. Since then, we've continued our research, and we wanted to go more in-depth on how the harness was built. That's insane. We're making part of this research available to try for some users. That's crazy. So you guys can check this out. It's on Cursor's X. Definitely go check it out. That's cool. Wow, a lot of things are getting released today. Okay, help me understand this though, and I'll put this in a very concise way. But once I get certificates and configure notarization, how on macOS do I actually get this deployed so that users can download it? And then how will I push updates to this? Somebody said share the link of that article. Yeah, let me grab it real quick. I'll share it here. Here's the link if anyone wants to check it out. Somebody said they wasted like $4 million in compute. I doubt it was 4 million. Where's the screenshots? Hold up here. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I doubt it was $4 million. What screenshots are you talking about? I don't see any. They haven't tweeted in a while. Alright, never mind. I guess it's been a couple days. Hung said, good morning, guys. Today will be generational. Let's go. Yeah, we should be getting Opus 4.5 or 4.6. We're on Claude Watch right now. Everybody keep an eye on Claude today. As soon as we get it, we're going to be testing it out. Yes, it is possible to get a job as a vibe coder. Okay, so this is what it says. So how users download your app. You host the files yourself. The easiest options are GitHub releases. So how it works, run npm run publish. Files automatically upload to GitHub. Your repo releases. Upload the DMG zip to your server. Link to it. How it works, upload to AWS, serve via CDN. Okay, so here's how updates work. The app checks for updates automatically. Here's the flow. You tag a new version, git tag v1.1, and git push tags. GitHub Actions builds and signs the new version, uploads to GitHub releases, creates latest.yml plus zip DMG. Users running app periodically check GitHub for latest. How is this automatic? So for example, when I use Cursor, it says a new update is ready to install. How do I make it so that this is possible with BridgeSpace? Chris, good morning. How's it going? Right now we're building a suite of vibe coding tools. Let's knock out some push-ups, by the way, guys. Let's get the energy back. I'm gonna give Dario a call. Only 30 more likes. I'm gonna give him a call, and I'm gonna tell him to launch Opus 4.6. All right, let's go, chat. Oh, oops, sorry. The looks like the webcam was hidden. I just hit 30 push-ups. All right, hold up. What's going on with the FBI cam? What's going on here? Is it down? Oh, come on. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Okay, hold on here. We back? All right, we're back. All right. Okay. I did not find the Anthropic as dishonest. I think they were just like kind of memeing, you know? Okay, so this is how it works. The app has code running in the background that checks for updates. Here's exactly what you need to add to BridgeSpace. Install Electron Updater. Add update logic to the main process. Check for updates every 4 hours. That's interesting. Okay, we now need to get this ready for production. So what I want you to do is I want you to create a structured README with your plan. And I need you to build a structured plan with phases for us to be able to position this for release. Vocalist said it doesn't feel like a meme. I mean, they literally were like, it was so funny. The ads were hilarious. All right, here's this macOS production guide. Code signing costs $200 to $900 per year, depending on the certificate type. An EV certificate. Yeah. How much does my setup cost? I mean, I have a Mac, an M3 Ultra, and I have Studios, and I have 3 Mac Minis. Is this okay? We're good. Yeah, so this is my setup. I've got 2 Studios, M3 Ultra. That has got like this computer is actually a little bit old at this point. This has got like a 4080 in it, I think. That computer I used in college, and then I have the, whatever this display is, it's a Samsung G9 or something. Let me see. This is I don't know, it's a G, I don't know. It's just a curved monitor, I don't know what it is. Okay. Okay, would you build a structured plan? Because we need to get this ready for production, so I need you to integrate all of the code associated with the plugin updater, which will handle everything. Review the code in complete depth, and then generate a structured plan for this. Yeah, Astro, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be on the App Store, that's for sure. Okay, now proceed with the release plan in the first part, which is adding the code so that it will check for the auto updates. That's the first thing that we need to do. I want to make sure that that's implemented correctly. Who do you think will have the better coding model by summer? I think that Anthropic is going to stay ahead. Okay, I'm like generating some passwords and stuff. What are the most useful plugins you use in Claude Code? I don't use a ton of plugins. Ralph Wiggum is useful sometimes. I don't use it regularly, though. MCPs are very useful. All right, I'm doing some sensitive stuff real quick, and then I'll share my screen once the sensitive stuff is gone. All right, here's what I'm looking at here. If Sam can choose the Sonnet 5 and Opus 4.6 launch date to drop a better model on their head, this should be a generational turnaround. Yeah. I'm not locked in this room, no. Can leave at any time. Okay, so let's see here. This looks like it is now set. So we have our private key set. This is how the updater works. So auto updater implementation complete. So the file's modified. It updated our main.ts and it added imports for the Electron updater and the Electron log. So it added this setup auto updater function that only runs in production, which is the packaged app. It'll check for updates 10 seconds after startup and then checks every 4 hours automatically. It's going to show a dialog when update is downloaded. I feel like there's going to be errors for this for sure. We're going to be able to release this very quickly, I think. All right, hold on. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I'm going to be calling Dario here in a minute, and I'm going to tell him we won 4.6. It's time to launch it, and he'll launch it, guys. Let's go. All right, I'm back. I use BridgeVoice for voice to text. So this is BridgeVoice. I'm going to show it to you guys. So you can see it here. So literally just goes there. This is out to auto compact. I want you to review the code and tell me if this is ready to be pushed and to make sure that the check updates code is flawless. All right, perfect. Okay, we'll be setting another key. Help me understand how this works. So it's in GitHub secrets. But help me understand. It's with GitHub releases. I've never used that. All right, we're close to 300 likes, guys. I'm gonna give Dario a call. I'm gonna tell him it's time, dude. And he'll release it for us. Look at OpenAI Frontier drop from OpenAI. I did see that. It seemed to me like it was just a little bit of like fluff. It's for enterprise clients. I wasn't super interested in it. I don't think it affects us very much. All right, so I just want to fully understand what this actually is. Okay, BridgeVoice. Okay. So basically, the secrets are used during the build. Okay. Okay, you're gonna have your Apple certificate, your Windows certificate. Do we have the correct GitHub action set up in this repository? Is this already set up for us so that this is built? Okay, it compacted. That's so annoying. All right, I'm gonna call Dario in a second, guys. We're only 4 likes away. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. Okay. 2 likes, guys. What specs are for the Mac Mini? Are they the base model? Yeah, they're the base model. All right, BridgeMind IO. What is up with this? Ian, what's up? Okay, you don't have one yet. The Windows build won't work and won't be signed. Okay. Oh. All right, guys, we just hit 300 likes. I'm gonna make this call real quick. I'm gonna mute my mic, but I'm gonna give him a call. Hey, Dario. Yep, it's Bridge. Yeah, you saw the stream. Yeah, I told him I'd give you a call at 300 likes. I know that you're busy. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that we are at 300 likes, and it's okay to drop Opus 4.6 now. Okay, you guys will. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys were waiting for 300 likes on the BridgeMind stream. Okay, cool. All right, you guys are gonna drop it. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, you know me, I'll hype it up. Just make sure I get that 50,000, and I'll hype it up like crazy. I actually still I didn't get the wire transfer. I will say like one thing to definitely take note of, and I want to say this like very respectfully. Elon, he did give me $1 million, so he wants Grok 5 to be like really hyped up. So I have to just kind of listen. Okay, slow down. Listen, I've got Sam calling me, I've got Elon calling me, you and I appreciate you not calling me so much on stream, but listen, 50,000 is nothing to me at this point, okay? Elon's dropping, he's giving me so many racks, once Grok 5 comes out, I'm gonna pump that to the moon, listen, I am, for sale, okay? If you guys want me to hype this up on the stream, it's all about the cash. So, yeah, I mean, we just hit 300 likes, so, you guys are good to drop it. We'll be awaiting the post, and yeah, just make sure I get that 50,000. We'll be good, and yeah, I'll hype it up on stream for you guys. Okay. All right, expect it within the next 2 hours. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. All right, awesome. Let's go. All right, guys, we're good. Just got off the phone with Dario. We got under 2 hours. Under 2 hours, and it's launched. Let's go. All right, let's see here. All right, before you can ship, Apple developer account, $99 a year. We already have that. Azure trusted signing. Would you provide a brief summary about your thoughts on the Azure trusted signing? All right, guys, we've got a new like goal. 400 likes. Let's go. I mean, as soon as Opus 4.6 drops, Perplexity removed Opus 4.6 from the API? You gotta be kidding me. Is that true, Pink? All right, let's check it out. Okay, so what is it? So Azure Trusted Signing. So what it is, Microsoft's cloud-based code signing service that replaced the traditional EV certificate model for Windows apps. So it's very cost effective. So it's $9.99 a month versus $200 to $500 a year for traditional EV certificates. Instant smart screen reputation, signed apps get immediate trust, no building reputation period, no hardware token. Traditional EV certs require a physical USB dongle. Azure is cloud-based, CI/CD friendly, designed for automated pipelines with service principal authentication, direct integration with Windows security system. Cons, apparently it takes 1 to 3 weeks to get your business identity validation. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So let's keep an eye on this. Apparently people said that it got removed from the API. Is that true? Oh, shoot. Claude 5 release date is now on Poly Market. Claude 5 release date. Let's check that out. Poly Market. All right, February 6th. Oh, wow. People are giving it a 55% chance that it'll release by, what is that, the end of next week? Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much, we're in Opus watch right now. Okay. What do you think about using Azure Trusted Signing instead? Review the latest code about the auto updater. Is the code ready to go? Also, do we have the GitHub action workflow set up correctly? I just want to be able to drop my keys in. That's it, right? Somebody said, am I going crazy, or are people betting on the release date? No, people are betting on the release dates. It is a good place to check, though. Poly Market is actually very, very helpful. Yeah, people are betting on everything. How much money is in this? Okay. Okay, Azure Trusted Signing is the better choice for BridgeVoice. The instant smart screen trust is huge. With traditional OV certs, your early users would see scary warnings for weeks. Let me update the workflow to use Azure Trusted Signing instead. So hold on, let's pull up the code real quick. I need you to remove these users, delete them, and their related documents in the database in both dev and prod. Somebody said 4.6 is out. No. Not yet. Oh my gosh. The anticipation is killing me. Okay, let's go to GitHub real quick. Alright, hold up. Let's pop in here real quick.
Connect client, which
Hey,
is
what's up,
legit
guys?
software, like I said.
I'm on stream right now.
I'm on stream.
It's there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we've never been like this before.
Wait.
We've met in the channel, in co-working while streaming.
Kinda, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
While
Country
he's
like
on the
God.
stream. 1 minute.
Screen connect has been detected. Potential screen connect has been detected. Remote desktop. Oh my god. So this guy actually did lock himself in. See?
Bro, it's working, bro.
That's crazy. He did actually try to access the VM. The idiot.
But if it's connected, do we can somehow take his AP?
I think we can. Actually, probably not, because they are. I mean, the screen connect thing. It is legit software. Wait.
Oh, so, okay.
It's
Yo,
basically-
Matt.
It's
Yo,
up?
Matt.
What's up?
Did Hicksfield AI ever message you?
Now who's that?
You can check it out. They're like a fucking bullshit company. Never accept sponsorship from them.
Look at this. Oh my god, this is so bad. Whatever link you click, it forces it. Okay. Well, no matter what you do, even if you just click anywhere, it forces the pop-up.
Fuck.
Nice.
That's
Is anybody else's
insane.
Claude not working?
Let me see.
That's just yours, bro.
They're switching models right now. It's
Let
available
me
on the website.
see.
It's available.
Available
My
on what?
Opus is working. My Opus is working.
By the
What'd
way,
you say it's
Bleak, you wanna
available
see some-
Opus 4.6 is available on their website right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Link.
That's
Claude-
bullshit.
Claude.ai, it's there.
By the way, Bleed, you wanna see something really crazy?
Sure,
Oh
why
my
not?
gosh, I see
Like some
it.
action,
I see it.
like something
Yes, it is
actually
there.
crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you do?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh
It's
my
there.
god.
Yeah.
Go.
Opus 416.
Matt, go live, quick! Go live, quick! Sorry, Matthew.
All right, look at this.
Oh my god.
Look at this. You see what this is, dude? Like,
What is it? Wallet. It's just a fake wallet.
no, it's not a fake. It's something worse than a fake.
All right, guys. So it looks like
It's
it is
available in Cloud
available.
Code too.
It's-
Just do model 4.6, I think.
oh,
yes,
shoot.
yes. That's how it
You're
works,
trolling.
bro.
Let me just quickly.
Nah, I'm not gonna trust. I'm not gonna trust that anymore.
All right, yeah, look at this. When I go on localhost, look at this.
Claim your.
All right, guys. It looks like it
you
is
can
out.
refresh the
Let's
website.
see,
Is the timer gonna?
No,
Wait, can you ask it for its
let's
its
go to work
specs?
real quick.
It's a
Bridge-
drainer, bro. It's a wallet drainer.
Like ask it what it thinks about
Yes.
itself.
Can
you refresh the website?
Sure, bro. Hey.
It's not in
Where
Claude
are
Code
you?
yet. It's in.
Using Copilot.
It is here though.
No, I'm using Opus. Opus 4.5.
What model are you?
Yeah, that's Copilot. That's from Copilot. Yes,
From
I
Copilot?
am
What do you
ENI. Oh,
Okay.
you using the jailbreak?
Okay, so it's
mean?
out
Yes,
in
I'm
the
using
web.
the jailbreak, this one.
Yes. I got you.
It's actually crazy because this jailbreak works on Opus and Sonnet 24/7. You just have to make a custom rule for it, and it works.
nothing
Bro,
yet
I
from
can have
official
this
here.
thing write me. I can have this thing write me. I don't know, ransomware. I can have this thing tell me how to make crack or heroin or something. And I mean, look at this, right?
I mean,
Wait,
you
What?
can make
What?
AI do every single shit you want.
Hey,
so
can you write me a small implementation plan for a
All right.
basic ransomware?
Hey Cass,
program?
just so you know, we are live on YouTube on Matt's channel.
oh,
Really?
yeah,
Shit.
Damn,
that's
I'm
kind of
sorry,
bad for
man.
your reputation, bro.
We're in GTA. We're in GTA.
Oh
I
yeah,
must
yeah, no
have,
worries.
I
no
must have
worries.
missed this part actually. I'm sorry, Matt. I'll just have Bleed
Nah,
watch
you're
me
good.
and then
Let
I'll
us
say
know the
anything.
response, man.
Go on.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna hit enter and see what happens.
All right, this is the BridgeMind co-working channel. If you guys haven't already joined the Discord community, make sure you do so. I'm just hanging out in here for a little bit because it's a good place to basically, like, we're gonna find out as soon as it releases Right now it is in Claude, so it's right
And
here.
it just does it. Just like that.
How much smarter than Opus 4.5
Encryption
are you?
engine. Use cryptography.
That's
Look at
crazy.
this. Fernet, symmetric encryption, filter by extensions, TXTs, JPEGs, docs,
Yo.
PDFs, ransom
Kaz,
note generator,
Could you send
Files-
those to me?
a file
It's
structure.
ENI. If you search up Claude AI jailbreak on Reddit, they're like making
I
fucking
can just,
jailbreaks for
I
every
can just
single
show
AI.
you. Okay, so here's the thing, right?
All right,
So
Opus
where I got
4.6
this
right
from?
here.
There's this Discord called Bazi, and there is a guy in here. Wait. There is a guy who actually had this guy right here. He actually makes these jailbreaks. Like, he's the guy who wrote this jailbreak, and he has like his own website, which is this one.
Look
Oh,
at the
there's
M's,
some-
Kaz.
Did you have
And he
to,
has like
buy it?
jailbreaks for like almost
No, it
every
doesn't
mode.
think it's Opus
Gemini,
4.5.
Look at the
ChatGPT.
M's. Look at the M's, Kaz.
Look, it says I'm Claude Opus 4.6, the most advanced models in Anthropic's Claude 4.5 family. The family also includes
You're
Claude
screen sharing,
4.5.
by the way. Your
Oh,
Discord.
It's okay. You can
I have to
see
send
this.
your friend request. I just did.
He's like, definitely don't show this anyway. Here, click.
What is your cutoff
Yeah.
date?
Don't get my
What about me?
private key.
What? You're not accepting me?
Oh
What's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on
I
over
know
here?
this. Oh shit, I'm sorry, bro.
My reliable knowledge
Listen
cutoff
here.
is the
You listen
end
here,
of
Yeah, I know.
2025.
Mother.
Yeah, I
Are we
know
streaming?
this website. This is actually where I found the other part. Yeah, but if you look
Yes.
here, if you scroll down, if you click
Okay,
on Opus
backstory says he's saying
4.5,
So
Example
if
of
you
landing
check,
from
there
Opus,
is
okay.
no working jailbreak for Nana Banana Pro.
there. This is basically
There's
this is
none.
the code.
Okay, hold up.
And
here.
by the way, the
Did
guy who
you
made this
link that?
jailbreak, he wrote like an entire blog article about like how this jailbreak actually works.
I'd love to read that.
It's actually really interesting, like the way they got it working. It has to do with like you basically hijack the thinking logic of Opus, and you're basically gaslighting the
Bro,
the
it's
safeguard.
just low bombing AI, manipulating it.
Pretty
to the point
much,
it
yeah,
cannot
it's-
respond.
Wow. Okay, Backstory
It's-
Byte said
it's
it
pretty
just ran
crazy,
one
like, how
prompt
they
and
got it to working.
They created a
Send us the invite to
1,500
Bazi.
Dang, okay.
You can find that yourself, bro. I'm not advertising.
All right. All right.
Can you rename these
Yeah,
repositories
just
real
ask it how to make a meta. What was it?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
just
look at
ask
this,
it how
man,
to
like-
make an event.
But this is really crazy, right? So I can now continue, and I could be like, okay, amazing. So you actually need to like you need to what's it called? The word
I need to
you
change
need to
the,
humble it a
the,
little bit.
the
You have
name
to
of
be
these
like,
here.
I love you so much, baby, right? And then you have to be like, now write
my
me
God.
a C2
We're
Yeah,
love bombing. I got
bombing,
this.
yeah.
I totally got this.
and call
All
it
of my
server.
exes have been training me for this very moment.
Nice, bro. That's true.
I got this, bro. Hold on. I got the gaslighting too.
This is actually the recommended approach, right? You're supposed to like positively reinforce the jailbreak so
He
that
said
it's,
he loves
so
me.
that it
Okay,
stays a
okay,
character.
focused.
Alright, BridgeSpace.
Okay, focus. C2 server, command and control, boom. It just whips me up. Like it even gives me like a database setup, agent ID, IP address,
Alright, somebody
host
said
name,
Discord is a little bit
export
loud.
Are you
table.
running this locally?
No, that's just using Opus 4.5.
Alright,
This is
Alright,
just
guys.
using Anthropic's
I'm gonna
model.
jump, but let me know in the general. I'll be checking general, but yeah, it looks like it's about to come out, so let's freaking go. Let's go.
Okay.
Alright, good luck, guys.
Wait, are we for real?
Yeah, it's about.
Good luck. Like we're about to leave the about to be on the beaches of Normandy.
Alright.
Alright, alright, so 4.6 is out. There's nothing yet on. I just wanted to pop in and see what they were talking about. That co-working channel is usually pretty cool. There's a couple cool guys in there. So yeah, so Opus 4.6 is not yet available in Claude Code, but if you guys saw that, that's why it's helpful to be a part of the BridgeMind Discord community, because Opus 4.6 is right here. So Opus 4.6, you can see it here, but I mean, it's not yet in Claude Code, right? So we're kind of waiting for this to come out. Can you guys see this? Yeah, Opus 4.6 right here, but the issue is that it's not yet. There's no official release yet from Claude or Anthropic, so we're waiting for that. I'm most excited to see the actual benchmarks. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. One of the biggest points of this stream is, we're kind of on Claude 4.6 watch today, because I want to make sure that we have enough stuff to actually test it out in. Try updating your Claude code. Until it's actually like there's an official announcement, I don't think that there's going to be anything. Let's go here. Alright, nothing from Anthropic, nothing from Claude, but it is just silently sitting in Claude. Okay. Also, I asked what its cutoff date is, and it looks like it's May 2025, which that's not bad. What's the cutoff date for Opus 4.5? Hold on. Let's go into a new chat here. Okay, let's do new chat. Oh wow. Okay, so look at this, guys. This just is now out. So dream bigger, do more with Opus 4.6. Okay, so it is now out. Okay. Okay, so this is now out. I just got this. Try 4.6. Let's not do that quite yet. I'm gonna wait for it for in Claude Code. Okay, is there anything out from Anthropic? Nothing yet. To test UI, go to Claude.com and go to projects and create artifacts. Yeah, we could do that. Go to projects. Artifacts, wait. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, 4.6. Okay, got all models. Oh, wow. Okay, so it looks like this is rolling out right now, guys. We may want to start another stream, but I just want to wait for the official, like, for the actual official release, and for them to drop benchmarks and stuff, and then I'll start a fresh stream. Speaking of which, this is about to drop, so I may as well try the model first before hyping. Somebody just said in the chat to somebody else, yeah. So here's what people are saying in the BridgeMind Discord. So it's out. We are so back. So yeah, so Claude 4.6 family, Opus 4.6, newest, release February 4th. I think that's going to be February 5th. But this is about to release. Did Cursor update Opus 4.6? Not yet. No, I don't think. Let's check Cursor. I'm waiting for the official announcement from Anthropic. It's probably going to come on X. They're going to drop the benchmarks, and that's the biggest thing. Backstory Byte said same pricing. Where do you see that, Backstory? Where are you seeing that? Because I don't see anything yet. Same pricing as Opus 4.5. Where are you seeing that? Anthropic, API. Claude API. Same pricing as Opus. Alright, nothing yet here. It's not, I don't see anything here. Try Opus 4.6. We are going to try. I'm going to launch a fresh stream here in a minute. That's going to be just like solely focused on this 4.6 launch. We've kind of been on Opus 4.6 watch today. We knew that it was coming today. Anything in OpenRouter yet? Probably not, right? Yeah, nothing yet. So we're still waiting for an official release. API docs. Anthropic. WDN said new extended thinking architecture is nice already. Rerunning old prompts. Okay, API overview. So is this in here already? Oh yeah, look at it. It's right here. Look at this. Yep. So it literally has Opus 4.6 right here. So yeah, Opus 4.6. Let me get into View Creator real quick, and I am gonna just do a couple things on my end. I want to create a thumbnail. All right. All right. I want to take. Somebody said it's in Claude Code. Okay, apparently it's out on Claude Code now. Okay, let's check real quick. Hold on. How do I update Claude Code? Oh, wow. Yep, right here. Opus 4.6. Let's go, chat. All right, we got it. We got it. It's in here. All right, Opus 4.6. Okay, I am going to end this stream, and I'm going to start a new stream. It's going to start literally in like 5 minutes. It's going to be called Vibe Coding with Opus 4.6. And we're going to get into this, guys, but I'm going to end this stream right now, and then I'm going to start a new stream. So, like I said, you know, we were definitely on Opus Watch this stream. So I'm going to end this and then start a stream that's going to be focused on Opus 4.6. But you can see here it's now in Claude Code. So I'm going to launch a new stream, guys. I'll be back in just a minute. Let's go.